good? Yeah.
On the speaking in tongues.
Yep.
Generally, is the language used the same per person? Does that person use the same language generally speaking?
I have no idea. Question, if you didn't hear it, is when somebody speaks in tongues, is it generally the same language that they are using every time they speak in tongues? I have no idea because it's a language I don't know. If I could, if I heard it all the time, maybe I would. I don't know. I don't know. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
The speaking in tongues, I'm a great believer in it. I
Mm-hmm.
love being used by it and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. But I'm just curious why we don't see activity of it throughout our services when we're in assembly time.
Um,
I know we all believe in it.
we do. Let me. Okay. I'm just checking my notes to see if I get into that a little bit later. Let me just answer right now. Okay. And I got asked almost the same question after last week, and I'll repeat kind of what I said just a moment ago. All of this is about practicality. Okay. So for practically speaking, in a church as a gathering as large as we have right there, for some things to be done, for some gifts to be used in that setting, practically speaking, is hard, difficult. Okay, whether it's a message of wisdom or a prophecy or any of those gifts, they're difficult to be used in a large setting like that. Most often, when you get into larger gatherings, you have some of the gifts that are more practically used, but the real importance is when you get into your small groups, and that's really why small groups are so important, because in smaller groups, those gifts are more easy to be used because everybody can hear everybody. Everybody can, it's more of an encouragement there. In this particular setting right here, okay, uh, um, the gift of tongues being used in this setting is not really all that useful because, as we've talked about, tongues are used in promotion of worship. Okay, what we're doing here is yeah. Nobody wants to wait through a 5 minute countdown. I sure don't. It restarted on me at 5 minutes. I was actually ready to go at 2. Welcome, and hey, welcome. Actually, a camera for what it's worth to see that I'm somebody. We are going on the World Series Showdown. Out of the Park Baseball 24. We're on series or matchup number 19. And so we're going to try to push through a lot of games today. And let me give you the bracket. We are starting with matchup. I should have kept that in front of me. I did not. You see it on the schedule. If you're looking at the description of the show, you can see that. Meanwhile, let me see if I can bring it up for myself. We're on matchup 19, which is 21 on the series. So go down here and you can see that we're going to do the 2013 Boston Red Sox, the 1905 New York Giants. We're going to do quite a bit of Boston Red Sox in the first segment of this. And so let us figure this out. Let us get rid of the bracket, go to the game. And there we are. And we have Red Sox, Christy Mathewson, Clay Buchholz for the Boston Red Sox. Game 1 goes to the Giants. 7-0 win. You have Mathewson, of course, going complete game. And Oh, by the way, forgot to mention this. I messed up. Go figure. I messed up on the first 18 series because what's supposed to happen is this is set up for the strategy and settings for the favored club. So in this case, the favored club, if I throw this back up there, if I could, technical issues. All right, so if I throw this back up there, you see that in this series, the Red Sox are favored. So it's supposed to go by the strategy and settings for the 2013 era. But also, I dislike the designated hitter. It's just me. And everything was going to be without the designated hitter, but really that's not fair if you're supposed to go with the favored team's settings. And I realized I hadn't done that with the designated hitter. So beginning with this series, we're going to fix that. And the designated hitter is in use because it was in use for the 2013 Boston Red Sox, just like they used to do in the World Series when National League and American League differed on the designated hitter. And we're kind of doing that here, except it lasts for the whole series and not just for when they're at home, because we can't. So we probably could, but I don't want to take the time to do it. So from here on out, whenever the favored team uses the designated hitter, both teams will use the designated hitter. If they don't, they won't. So that's how it works. We'll get that back off. We will proceed to game 2. And the 1905 Giants win again, despite the fact that they have to play with the designated hitter, or maybe because they do have to play with the designated hitter. I don't know. Box score. Again, 2013 Red Sox supposed to be winning here. They're not doing so hot. You see here that Red Ames went 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 run on 3 hits, no walks. And you see there, even though the Giants are set up to use the designated hitter, they're not. They're Red Ames is hitting, and so fine. The Red Sox don't seem to be using designated hitter either. I don't understand. They were set up to use it. Or no, this was the last game I messed up. Okay, I had already set this one up. So, yeah. Okay. We won't tell. Travel day. We're back in New York. We're going to simulate, and the Red Sox road teams are doing pretty good. And so you have there John Lester with the win, and Bill Bartley with the loss. David Ortiz, Dustin Pedroia show up there in the scoring. Let's go on to game 4. Sam Mertes was diagnosed with a bruised wrist, out for 3 weeks. So he'll be out for the rest of this series. I don't know who that is. He's a left fielder, and he was only hitting .235. And despite that, he won't be out for 3 weeks. He'll be out for this series because the injuries will reset for round 2. They won't reset after that, but that's how it goes. So, quick look at the box score as the Giants are on the cusp. 3 in the bottom of the 9th. Who did that? Koji coughed up 3.
Breslow chipped in to that debacle in the bottom of the ninth as they lost. 3-run home run by Mike Donlin for the Giants. Walk-off. There you go. Travel day. And the Red Sox win 6-3. Is that okay? Sorry, I was just looking to see if that overlay was showing up on your screen as well. So, Red Sox 3 of their own in the ninth. Jacob Ellsbury with a 3-run home run. So, it's a series of 3-run home runs in the ninth to win it. I'm surprised Apple's assistant hasn't shown up before right now. As many times as we say World Series and this series and that series, and then I don't know what I said, but I said her name. She showed up. All right. Play ball. Let's go finish today. Game 6. Oh, that was a travel day. That's right. Okay, here we go. In Boston, the Giants win the series 4-2. Scoring 2 in the top of the ninth. Again, the bullpen lets down the Red Sox. And it's Koji again and Breslow again. He blows the save. They both blow a save and get the loss. Doing in Jake Peavy, who went 7 1/3 scoreless innings. But it doesn't matter because his bullpen stunk. Mike Donlin, again, the hero, as he gets the 2-run double in the ninth. And we have the Giants moving on against the Red Sox. And there you go with what happens there. So Giants will move on. They're going to play the 1939 New York Yankees in the second round. Good luck with that. And my trying to get things squared away behind the scenes here as my technology is failing me. All right, so let's go title screen. There we go. You can continue to look at the bracket. We're going to get things set up here. The next series is going to be the Red Sox. It'll be the Red Sox again. So we're going to number 43. This will be series number 43. Scroll on down here. You see the 1916 Boston Red Sox and the 2017 Houston Astros. That's going to be our game to play. And we will get that set up for you. $1916. Believe it or not, I was not around then. That aside, get that there. There we go. go. Here's the teams that are 101 years apart. Babe Ruth, Brad Peacock, the starting pitchers. This one most definitely. I know I set the designated hitter for this one, so we'll see. I said I did, but we'll see. Here we go. Game 1. And Houston bangs out some hits and some trash cans, and they win 6-3. I'm not a okay. Anyway, 6-3. Yep, there you go. Designated hitter in play this game. Carlos Beltran and Jimmy Walsh was the designated hitter for the Red Sox. But it is the Astros who take game 1 behind Brad Peacock, and Will Harris gets the win. Ken Giles gets the save. Babe Ruth takes the loss, giving up 6. Did he do anything at the plate? He did not, because they actually used their pinch hitter. Their designated hitter. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, see, you take Babe Ruth right out of the lineup when you do that. See, Ohtani would not. Of course, Ohtani would still hit, right? So, anyway, let's go. And game 2, Dutch Leonard. Dutch Leonard takes them to the win, 6-4. What happened here? Again, 9th inning trouble here, and the Red Sox with the 2-run home run by, is that Harry? Harry Hooper. And so you get some pitching from Dutch Leonard. Goes 8 innings. Verlander takes the loss. All right. Let's take our travel day. And in Boston, we have Boston winning, going up 2-1 on the Astros with a 2-1 victory. Scoring 2 in the 8th. They scored that off of, both Charlie Morton and Chris Devanski. Morton started the 8th, couldn't get out of the 8th, looks like. Couldn't get anybody out. And after 100 pitches, he comes out of the game. All right. Game 4. And the Red Sox win again. Again, it's the underdogs having success here in this tournament. And once again, they are on the cusp after a 4-2 victory. It was Ernie Shore with the win. Herb Pennock with the save. His 3rd of the series. Lance McCullers Jr. with the loss. Gives up 4. Let me see here. I got things in the way. So, clear skies blowing in from right at 14 miles an hour. So, kept the scoring low, I guess. And going to go to game 5. Houston needs to do something. They do not. It goes right in the trash can. And beat that all day. They did not win this one. Hard-fought battle. 6-1. 6 runs in the 8th. 6 runs in the 8th. And again, it's Devanski who bullpens. Bullpens are crucial here, as he gives up 5 runs in the 8th inning. They could not get anybody out. Player of the game is Babe Ruth. Went 7 2/3. Didn't pick up the win, but put him in position. And there you go. So let's go back here, and you can see that You see that in this one, Babe Ruth does not hit for the 1916 Red Sox. He pitched, went 14 and 2/3, and had a high RE. It's the Larry Gardner is the MVP. Went 18 or 7 for 18. You see here, 1 home run, 9 RBI, slugging 611, and there you go. So the 1916 Boston Red Sox are victorious. They advanced to meet the 1993 Toronto Blue Jays in round 2. So, all right, up next, the night. This is number 11, series number 11. And the 69 Miracle Mets facing the 2020 COVID Dodgers. So let's get that one set up. Miracle Mets and the COVID Dodgers. And they're playing for the right to play the 1927 New York Yankees in round 2. Dan Holmes from Baseball Egg. He's the one that ranked them 9th. And so that's where they end up. So let's take a look at this series. Miracle Mets, COVID Dodgers. Nolan Ryan, Clayton Kershaw. I like the matchup. Nolan Ryan, if you haven't seen the Nolan series on Netflix, you really owe it to yourself to watch it. Really good. Anyway, starting game 1. And we go. And AG blasts the Dodgers. And the Mets take the first game, 8-3. Let's see. Tommy Agee, 2 for 4. 4 RBI. Struck out twice, but he hit 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. So, and Kershaw. Postseason, Kershaw. All right. Nolan Ryan, meanwhile, having a good game. Game 2. And the COVID Dodgers come back and win 2-0. It is Tony Gonsolin with the win. Jared Kuzman with the loss. Mookie Betts and Seager both hit home runs, solo home runs for the Dodgers. Let's go to our travel day and game 3. And the Mets behind Tom Seaver. I mean, really, originally in 69, Tom Seaver wouldn't have started until game 3. I kind of thought he was their ace back then, but maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I thought he was. But you see here, 4-2. Tom Seaver went 6 innings. Buehler, 5 1/3, got the loss. And by the way, no designated hitter because neither of these teams used it, especially not the 2020 Dodgers. So, all right, game 4. And the Dodgers pull it even, 6-1. You had just skipping down through here, seeing what's going on. You had some home runs. Pollock with a 2-run home run off of Tug McGraw. Gotta believe, man. Gotta believe. So 3 in the 8th kind of sealed the deal, but they were already in trouble. Right. Finished today, Game 5. Series tied at 2. Kershaw back on the mound, and once again, there it is. Kershaw only goes 3, gives up 5 runs. Player of the game is Ed Kranepool. He had a 2-run home run and went 3 for 4, 3 RBI. He's had 3 home runs and 5 RBI already in the season, in the series. So they got off to a good start there in the first and just kind of kept going. So they are in the driver's seat as we go to the travel day and then back to Los Angeles. The Mets could wrap it up right here. And they do not. We're going to Game 7. 3-0 victory for the Dodgers. Tony Gonsolin, again with some good pitching and good bullpen work all around, as the bullpen and Gonsolin combined on the shutout, scattering 8 hits. Bellinger was the guy with the 2-run home run. But player of the game goes to Gonsolin for his work on the mound. That's fair. Game 7. Here we go. COVID Dodgers, Miracle Mets. Tom Seaver on the mound. Walker Buehler for the Dodgers. If you were trying to... Who's going to win? I would... Okay. I'm going to say it. I think the Mets. What do you think? Nope. Wow. Not even close. 19-2. 19. Yeah, okay. Pulled out all the stops. Yep. Every one of them. Okay. Sometimes, okay, this game is funky in a lot of ways, but the descriptions. It was a seesaw affair. When? They scored the first 19 runs. Struggled in the first? Nope, they scored 3. So I don't get it. Anyway. No seesawing on that one. They see, they saw, they left. Seaver didn't get out of the second. Buehler only had to go 6 2/3. It was a slugfest. So you had a grand slam from Bellinger. Seager with the 2-run home run. Let's look at the box score here. You have home runs from Will Smith in the first. That was a 3-run shot. Pollock in the 5th. Bellinger in the 5th. Seager in the 6th. Doubles, you had several. Turner, Pollock had 2. Muncy, Smith. Why did you tell me Pollock again? Oh, that was home runs. Okay, so anyway. Bottom line, the 2020 Dodgers move on, and they will face, as we said, the 27 Yankees, so good luck on that. And we're going to series number 19. This is our 22nd matchup so far. And once again, as we go through these first several matchups, we're going to see the Red Sox a lot. And we do once again. This is number 19. This is the 1985 Kansas City Royals and the 2004 Boston Red Sox. That's the one that finally broke the long drought. And by the number of teams that we've been dealing with here, from the Red Sox, you wouldn't think there'd been that long of a drought, but there was. Very long drought. And I think 2004 was what broke it for them. Series number 19. And we'll pull that up. Dennis Leonard. And Kurt Schilling in game 1. Schilling with a good year, 21-6, 3.26 ERA. And they take it in game 1. 4-2 against the Royals. Willie Wilson, Hal McRae, Darrell Porter, George Brett on that 1980 Royal team. And they lose game 1. Game 2, 1980 Royals come back to win it. Pedro Martinez with a loss. Closely played game. Again, both teams used the designated hitter, so they're using it in this game as well. Pedro went the distance, but Larry Gura, with the win. Travel day. Kansas City, the underdog. Once again, the underdog is doing pretty good in this tournament. 7-4. Boston scored 3 in the 9th, but not nearly enough. And they are in a little bit of trouble. Let's finish today. Wakefield on the mound. And the Royals win again. They solved the knuckleball. And win 6-2. Well, maybe they didn't solve the knuckleball because they didn't score until the 7th. Yeah, they solved it in the 7th. And then, so, yeah, Hurdle, Washington, and Jamie Quirk with a 2-run triple. So you got a run-scoring double, run-scoring single, 2-run triple. And the Royals looking pretty good here, up 3-1. Game 5. Red Sox come back 5-4. Youkilis blasts the Royals, it says. And 4 runs in the 9th for the Royals, but it wasn't enough. Willie Wilson struck out versus Kent. So I'm assuming that was the last out there. They had something going. They had it. Just almost came back, but folk finally shut them down. And they escape with a 5-4 win. We're going to take a travel day. We're going to go to Boston. Royals are still in command. But now it's all tied. Pressure's on. We have another 5-4 victory for the Red Sox. This time it was Willie Aikens who provided the damage. 2 home runs for Willie Aikens. A 2-run shot in the 6th. Being the big blow, which put them ahead to stay. And the series is tied. Game 7, another Game 7. Rich Gale, Bronson Arroyo on the mound. Drum roll. I'm not predicting this time. Not after last time. And the Royals upset the Red Sox. George Brett is the series MVP. A 7-0 3-hitter by Rich Gale. who's the player of the game, and you could argue that he was probably up for MVP honors of the series. But George Brett, 423 for the series, 2 home runs, 7 RBI. And Willie Aikens again doing damage in this game. Aikens was 3 home runs and 7 RBI in the series. And the Royals advance. Wow. Royals advance. A lot of upsets. You have there the Royals are going to advance to play the 82 St. Louis Cardinals, who won their matchup against the New York Yankees. So let's go here. And we can set up the next matchup. By the way, I'm not pushing any kind of engagement or interaction, although this is on Twitch and YouTube, so you certainly may. But since I'm not scheduling anything, I'm just kind of throwing it open when I can. I'm just trying to get through this tournament, basically. And maybe as we get a little closer and I feel like I have more time, we can maybe push the engagement piece of this a little bit more and see if we can get people watching and interacting and talking about this historical tournament, the World Series Showdown. And we're going to go to series or matchup number 23 and series number 47. So this is going to be, again, the Red Sox. Told you there's going to be a lot of Red Sox to begin with. And the 91 Minnesota Twins. So let's go to that game. And Tapani and Beckett on the mound. Game 1 goes to the Twins. Why not? Rooting for the Red Sox in this one. 91 Twins, of course, played beat my Braves in their World Series. That was painful. So, but they get off to a good start here and lead 1-0. Game 2. Red Sox come back 4-3. Extra innings. Dustin Pedroia walks it off with hit and run scoring single in the bottom of the 11th after a 2-run triple by J.D. Drew in the bottom of the 8th tied it up. So there you go. There was some things happening. Jack Morris had 6 innings but didn't figure in the decision. Travel day. And the Red Sox win again as they go to Minnesota and beat the Twins. What's going on there? Okay, so you have 7-3. All right, quick look there. Let's go on. Twins, big win. 10-3. Score some runs off of Wakefield. Wakefield had his issues in the last one. He has more issues in this one. Coughs up 5 runs there. And the 91 Twins doing pretty good. 15 hits. Game 5. Twins. They get the advantage. The walk-off winner. Randy Bush with the run-scoring single. He had a run-scoring single in the 9th as well to Eric Gagne. Blew the save and got the loss. So you'd think they would come in with some pitching there, but they did not. And the Red Sox, again, victimized by the bullpen. So we're going to take a travel day. We go back to Boston. Boston backs against the wall, 3-2. But just like in 2004, I think it was, when they kept going back to the wall, they came back in 2017. Wins 10-5. So pretty good victory there. Got some offense going for the Red Sox. They force a Game 7. Let's see how they do. Yep, they come all the way back. David Ortiz is the MVP. 8-3 is the final. Minnesota pitching couldn't handle the offense of the Red Sox as they scored a lot of runs. He had Ortiz, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, hit 321 in the series. Ramirez hit 346. Euclid hit 320. Coco Crisp, not so good. But didn't matter. Red Sox pull that one out and win the series. 4-3. And let's see. So they will, where are they? Right there. They're going to play the winner of the 75 Reds and the 43 Yankees. That series coming up later on in the tournament. In the meantime, we move along. And we have the 91. So this is series 47. You can see it right there. That was 47. And now we're going to series 34. Hang on just a minute. Series 34. And you see there, it's the 65 Los Angeles Dodgers and the 1921 New York Giants. So we're going to see, again, I've said it before, a lot of Dodgers, a lot of Giants, a lot of Yankees, a lot of Red Sox. And let's get that off there. Let's go to the game. Trying to move this along. Game 1, Sandy Koufax, Rosie Ryan, and it's Koufax. 2-2 zip. 6-hit shutout for Koufax. And Wally Moon, 2 for 4. Game 2. Dodgers do it again. 4-3. Again, no designated hitter in this one, of course. But there are some pinch hitting going on. Frank Howard with a 2-run single. So there you go. But it was Ron Fairley who hits the game decider in the bottom of the 8th. Travel day and game 3. Dodgers win again. This is looking like maybe a sweep, 6-5, as they score 1 in the top of the 9th off of Larry Sherry. Or I'm sorry, Larry Sherry was the winner. Red Shea was the loser. Red Shea gave up the deciding run there, and it was Ron Fairley. Ron Fairley again. So being fairly good. He's had 4 home runs in this series. He was 4 for 5 in this one. And so we go to game 4, see if they can wrap it up. They do. It's 4-game sweep for the Dodgers. 6-3. Johnny Padres was the game MVP. But it was Ron Fairley, as you would expect, who was the series MVP. And so you have the 1961 Dodgers moving on. And they are, or 19. Well, you see the problem there, don't you? We're going to have to replay this series. Yikes. Okay. So, because I picked the 1961 Dodgers, and it was supposed to be, who weren't a World Series winner, by the way, but they beat the World Series winner of 19. They swept them. But that's not the way this works. So, I was afraid that was going to happen at some point. I put this together very quickly. I don't have a lot of time to do this, so yeah, messed that one up. So let's go and fix this. Talk among yourselves if you like. That was a good game, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't work. Terrible. What we really wanted was the 65 Dodgers, not the 61 Dodgers. So we want the 1921. And here, I'll show you this, because this is what I'm doing. The 1921 New York Giants and the 1960, and that's why I picked the 61, because it comes up as kind of automatic, and I must have just skipped right over and gone to the 61 team. That's who we want. There's no, of course, no designated hitter in this, so they're both off. We're going 7 games, 2 home, 3 away, 2 home. We're going by the 1965 settings. And that's what we're going to do. And so we're going to create this exhibition. It was set up successfully. So there it is. Let's play some ball. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see if the 65 version of Sandy Koufax can do even better. He still won. That's all I know. I don't know how good the 61 team was, but the 65 team looks pretty good. Ron Fairley still hitting. He was 1 for 3. But it was Roseboro and Willie Davis with home runs. 6-2 was the final score. Game 2, the Dodgers win again. 21 Giants have not impressed me so far. 7-6 in 11. All the scoring came in the 11th inning, basically. It was 2-2 going to the 11th, and the Giants picked up 4, but then the Dodgers picked up 5. It's craziness. What's his name? Yeah, Slim Sally. One of the great names of baseball, Slim Sally. But so you have Ron Fairley, 2 for 4. Roseboro was 3 for 5. Doing pretty good. Let's move along here. Put myself even further behind by doing a series that wasn't actually supposed to be there. Travel day. And the Dodgers push it to 3-0 again. Okay, having just as good a success against this 21 Giants. 1-0. 1-0. Fred Tony, Claude Osteen with the win. Scattered 6 hits. Let's see if they can sweep like their 61 brethren did in their simulation. They do not. As the Giants finally win a game. 3-1, or 5-2, I'm sorry. 5-2. Barnes goes the distance. They finally win a game. Game 5. Dodgers close it out. Win the series 5-0. Sandy Koufax with the complete game 5-hitter. 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, 149 pitches. And there you go. Sandy Koufax, not only the game MVP, but the series MVP as well. There you go. And like I started to say earlier, oops, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say the 65 Dodgers move forward. Gracious. All right, let's put that on here. And I will do some work behind the scenes. I got to fix that game for one thing. All right, let's get rid of, this was matchup number 24. Matchup number 24. Series 34. Got to do some renaming behind the scenes. Delete that series that didn't count. Matchup 24, World Series Showdown, series number 34. Here we go. All right, matchup number 25. How y'all doing? You doing all right? We've been going about 52 minutes. This is going to be longer than what we've been doing. But get some time in on Twitch. Good practice. All right, matchup number 25. This is series number 49. Series number 49. Which is another Red Sox. It's the 1918 Red Sox against the 1930 Philadelphia Athletics. So, here we go. Carl Mays, Lefty Grove. Philadelphia wins the first one. They're heavily favored, by the way. Lefty Grove. And you can take a look at that. I don't know how well my sound came through on that, but I was getting a text. All right. Which I thought I had turned that off, but I obviously did not. All right. Anyway, you've had enough time to look at that screen. Let's go on to game 2. And Athletics win again, 5-3. As things happened, Babe Ruth getting some at bats here. Hit a double, not enough. Travel day. And the Red Sox win one, 3-1. 3-1. Babe Ruth with the complete game on the mound. And he gets to hit, so he was walked 3 times, but he scored a run. And there you go. Game 4. Red Sox win again. Athletics heavily favored, but the favorites haven't done so well in this tournament. And there's the 6-0 victory for the 1918 Red Sox. And you have Thomas, Whiteman, and Sheehan with run-scoring hits of one kind or the other. Game 5. Series all tied at 2. Red Sox win again. Home team won every game in the series so far. Game 5 was big, but so was Carl Mays. And he went the distance, 115 pitches, 4 runs, 7 hits, but he got some offensive help from his teammates. Here you go. We're going to take a travel day, go back to Philadelphia, see if the Red Sox can close it out. They cannot. There will be a game 7. Babe Ruth hit another home run, but it didn't matter. Athletics won 6-4. And okay, let's go to Game 7. Babe Ruth on the mound for the Red Sox. George Earnshaw for the Athletics. And the Red Sox upset the Athletics. Babe Ruth is the series MVP as they win 12-5. The Babe hit 409 in the series. I think he picked up a couple wins. Went the complete game, 114 pitches. While going 3 for 4 at the plate. And the Red Sox win the series. You can look at the stats there as we bring back the matchups. We have there this one right here. Series 49, 1918 Red Sox. Again, highly much the underdog, but they advanced to meet the 1940 Cincinnati Reds in the next round. So we'll do that. And more text coming in. Sorry. So let's go to the next 26th matchup. This is series number 5. Series number 5. This is going to be all the way up. Okay, this is our run of Yankees begin on this one. And first we have the 51 Yankees against the 2010 San Francisco Giants. I believe every matchup we have left today involves the Yankees. Like it or not. I don't like it, but they won a lot of series, so you knew it was going to happen. I think we've gone 17 straight matchups, and we haven't seen the Yankees, which is crazy, which means you're going to see them a lot at some point, and this is that point. Here we go. Game 1, 51 Yankees defeat the 2010 Giants 2-0 off of Allie Reynolds' complete game shutout. He was marvelous, says the wrap up. Game 2. The Giants. Giants with the win. 4-3. Tim Lincecum with the win. 4-3. As always, say it with me, Travel Day. Game 3. And the Giants win again as they go home and beat the 51 Yankees 4-1. 3 in the bottom of the ninth. It was a walk-off 3-run home run for Andres Torres. I'd say he's probably, player of the game was Jonathan Sanchez. Whatever, just because he pitched 8 innings of 1-run ball. Torres got the 3-run walk-off. That's all I'm saying. Game 4. Game 4 is won by the 51 Yankees. Yogi Berra and Mickey Mantle with the 2-run home run in the top of the ninth. It didn't matter because Bob Kuzava. I'm not as familiar with older names as I should be. I'm not as familiar with newer names as I should be. But hey, here we go. Game 5. Giants win. They push the series lead to 3-2. Pretty much, where you should be. They every kind of works out that way. The box score 5-1. Giant win. Matt Cain with the win. 4-hitter. And what was the weather like? Blowing right to left at 13. Not bad. Not a bad day. AT&T Park. 61 degrees at game time. We're going to take a travel day. Go back to New York. Across the country and back about 59 years. And the Yankees force a game 7. 7-5-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Grand slam against Lincecum in the bottom of the 8th by somebody. Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown with the grand slammy. You know what? I really don't like that phrase. Grand slammy. It's a grand slam. But you never hear people say 4-run home run, and you shouldn't. It's a grand slam. So, game 7 in New York, Jonathan Sanchez, Vic Rashi. That's a name I don't know how to say, but it's the Yankees. They did what they had to do. Mickey Mantle is the series MVP. They made it interesting, but in the end, the favored Yankees win 3-2. And Pablo Sandoval with a 2-run double in the top of the 8th made it interesting. But Lopez shut it down from there. And or Rashi, I'm sorry, shut it down from there. And scattered those 10 hits, 4 walks. That's a lot of traffic, but they win. Yankees moving on. And they are moving on. There they are up there. They're going to play the winner of Series 4. So, let's see. Where are we at here? This is This was the. Wow. Hang on a minute. This was the 51. Yeah, this is game 5. Oh, had me nervous there for a minute. Because I typed it in incorrectly. I have a little cheat sheet. And it probably shows up incorrectly in the. Wow. That was scary. Shows up incorrectly in the information for this episode, but we played the right series. We played the 51 Yankees and the 2010 Giants, not the 58 Yankees and the 1911 Athletics. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, this is matchup number 30 or 27. Matchup number 27 will be series number 32. Series number 32. I'm curious, who is it? The 83 Orioles and the 2000 New York Yankees. Orioles are favored. The 83 Orioles was the team of Cal Ripken, John Lowenstein, Ken Singleton, Al Bunbury. And let's get the bracket off, get the game going. And here we go. Just a minute. I don't know why that comes up like that. Just a minute. Here we go. I could see you had an overlay and I didn't know why. All right. Roger Clemens, Mike Boddicker, and the Orioles win the first one 2-1. Low scoring affair. Clemens went the distance, picked up the loss. Eddie Murray with the run scoring single. Cal Ripken Jr. with the run scoring single. That's the difference. Game 2. Another Oriole victory, 4-3. 3 in the bottom of the ninth. As Mariano Rivera blew up. Blew the save, got the loss. All right, does not hurt my feelings. Travel day. Andy Pettitte, Mike Flanagan. Baltimore wins again, 10-4. 10-4. 3 in the top of the ninth. So Andy Pettitte, not so good. Mike Flanagan. Wow. Mike Flanagan scatters 16 hits. Yowza. A lot of traffic for the Yankees, but they can't do anything with it. I mean, they scored 4 runs, but still. 16 hits. Gracious. All right. Could be a sweep. It is not. Denny Nagel gets the win. 1-0. 8 innings. Rivera came in and didn't blow it this time. Got the save. And they live to play another game. And even another game as they win game 5. So 6-2 victory for the Yankees. Clemens with the win. Boddicker with the loss. And Derek Jeter figured in that win. 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Okay. Travel day. Game 6 in Baltimore. Oh, and the Yankees win again and force a game 7. They've come all the way back. All the way back through 3-0 deficit. And they win 5-3. Yowza. I'm one of those people that don't like the Yankees, so this is not good. Here we go. Andy Pettitte, Mike Flanagan, Game 7. Will the Orioles choke it all away, or will the Yankees come all the way back? Nope. All right, so the Orioles. Hang on. Hang on. Hey, look at that hanging on. Hang on. Oh, my goodness. The Yankees scored 4 in the top of the 9th to make it 5-4. And in the bottom of the 9th, was it Rivera again? Yes, it was. He blows another save and cannot close the deal. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you make your own luck. Well, whatever. All right, game log. Let's go look at the 9th. Top of the 9th, they score 4. You had Tippy Martinez in there. Got 1 out, got a single, got a base on balls, got the second out. So he should be just about out of it, but walks him loaded. And Glenn Allen Hill hits a grand slam. That's how they got their 4 runs. So they score 4, go up 5. Look at that, 2 outs on a 1-0 pitch. Hits a grand slam. And then they come with a reliever. 1 batter too late as always. Bottom of the 9th, you have Lowenstein singles, a fly out from Nolan, a fly out from Leo Hernandez, and then with a 2-1 count on Al Bumbry, 2 outs, 2-1, a double. And Lowenstein scores all the way from first. As they try to cut down Bumbry going to third, they can't do it. And that is the tie game. And they take it into extra innings. And all the way to the 11th, where you have a single, and a sacrifice bunt, fly out, and then Cal Ripken Jr. hits a single, and the right fielder, which would have been David Justice, tries to cut him down, can't get him. Run scores, game over, series over. Baltimore, 1983, hangs on for the win. I like it. A Yankee team eliminated. I like it. All right. So you have the Baltimore Orioles moving on. They'll be here in this slot when we get there. And we will go look for our next series. This will be matchup number 28. We've got 3 more to go here. We'll try to get through this. I think we're making pretty good time. Matchup number 28. This will be series number 48, I believe it is. It is. Number 48. Give me just a second. We'll get it on your screen. Number 48 is the 1930 Philadelphia Athletics and the 1950 New York Yankees. And they are trying to play to face off against the 84 Detroit Tigers. So let's go to the game. Whitey Ford, Lefty Grove. That's a good matchup right there. I like it. And the Yankees draw first blood. 5 runs at the top of the 9th. Win it for the Yankees. You have Whitey Ford going the distance. He is the MVP. DiMaggio with solo home run. One of several run scoring hits in the 9th inning. So, game 2. And the Yankees win again. Again, it's the Athletics who are favored in this series, but they're down 2-0 as they lose game 2. Travel day. And the Yankees win again, push it to 3-0 as they're in New York and using the home field advantage to their favor, 2-1. It was Allie Reynolds with the complete game, 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. And Jimmy Fox tries to help out, but Yankees win. Yankees win. All right, it's finished today. Let's go to game 4. Will it be a sweep? It will not. Athletics, this time with the win, 5-3. Game 5. Long way to go for the Athletics. They don't get it done. Whitey Ford with the win, 8-4 victory. Jerry Coleman, player of the game, as he went 3 for 4. And the 1950 Yankees move it on to face the 84 Tigers. And so we will go back to this right here. And matchup 29, our penultimate matchup for today, takes us to Series 39. Series 39 is the 32 New York Yankees and the 64 St. Louis Cardinals. So you have Bob Gibson, Red Ruffing as your starters. Here we go. And okay. The Cardinals win 9-3. Some late inning offense. Bob Gibson with the win. Gives up 3 runs, but gets the win. All right. Game 2 goes to the Yankees. 5-0. Who is that? Johnny Allen with the 3-hitter. Tim McCarver hit into a double play. Babe Ruth, 3-run home run. So 32 Yankees, Babe Ruth. You got Babe Ruth, Bill Dickey, Tony Lazzeri, Lou Gehrig. You can see this year. Gehrig hit 349, 34 home runs, 151 RBI. Babe had 41 home runs, 137 RBI. Travel day. Go to St. Louis. And the Yankees win again, 9-0 this time. As Sewell had 2 home runs. Dickey had 2 home runs. And Sewell with a solo and a 2-run home run. Dickey with a run-scoring single, a grand slam. So, not a bad day for Bill Dickey. 4 for 5, 6 RBI. 2 singles. He was the player of the game, as he should have been. And we go to game 4. Yankees win again, this time 6-2. And it's Pipgrass, George Pipgrass. 6-2. All right. Game 5. Yankees up 3-1. Could clinch it here. They do. Bill Dickey is the series MVP. Babe Ruth hits 2-run home run. Bob Gibson pitching, but it wasn't enough as he couldn't overcome the bats of New York and the 32 Yankees. Advance. And they will play the 1973 Oakland Athletics, who had upset the 68 Detroit Tigers, much to my chagrin. Painful. But the Yankees advance. And we have one more matchup for today. Thanks for hanging in there. I say to, nobody watched this whole thing through. You might have skipped to this point, so congrats on that. This is Series 30, Matchup 30. The 30s are all over the place. And we're going to the 30s. We're going to 1937. Because if you take a look here, this is going to be the 1937 Yankees against the 2014 San Francisco Giants. So not the first matchup we've had against the Yankees and Giants. Probably not the last either. Chances are. So let's go here. Game 1, Madison Bumgarner and Lefty Gomez. He's pitched in a few of these, hasn't he? All right. Game 1 goes to the Yankees. And in extra innings, a walk-off from Joe DiMaggio. And that's how they end that first one. So go to game 2. Tommy Heinrich suffered a day-to-day injury, back tightness, moderate effect. Recovery expected to take 1 week. But don't expect him back in this series, is what we're saying here. And so Tommy Heinrich for the left fielder for the Yankees, who is 4 for 10 in this series so far, gets injured as the Yankees defeat the Giants 10-8 again in extra innings. And a lot of excitement in the ninth. 5 in the top of the ninth for the Giants to put them ahead, but then the Yankees scored 2 in the bottom of the ninth. Lou Gehrig with a 2-run walk-off home run. And against Gene Mackey. I don't know. 2014 is that long ago. You would think I would know who that is, but I don't. Sorry. Travel day. And we're in San Francisco. And the Giants defeat the Yankees 4-3. This one in regulation time. No extra innings necessary. And yes, that guy. He was the winner. All right. Game 4. Ryan Vogelsong is the winner as the Giants win again. And 4-3. Okay. Familiar score. 4-3 it is. Lefty Gomez, Madison Bumgarner, the Game 1 starters are back on the mound, and it is the Yankees winning as a 5-4 win. Gomez goes the distance, 10 hits, 142 pitches. And there we go. Travel day. Back in New York, Tim Hudson, Red Ruffing. And Hudson makes the good showing there. We're using 1937 settings, and neither team uses a designated hitter, so that didn't happen. But yeah, Tim Hudson goes the distance. 10 hits, only 2 runs, 4 walks. So had some traffic, 139 pitches. It's where the realism of the game kind of goes out the window, but hey, whatever. And we go to Game 7. And the Giants upset the Yankees. Hunter Pence is the series MVP in Game 7. They win 7-3. Brandon Belt with a 2-run single, so a lot going on there. But it is the 2014 San Francisco Giants with the win. The Giants, our last matchup for the day, series number 30. Matchup number 30. Take care of the 37 New York Yankees. They will advance to play the winner of the 62 Yankees and the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies. That game coming up later in our showdown. Next time we'll have this all filled in. We're going to fix that description on our feed, I hope. Hope I can go do that. For the game that was wrong. And there we go. We'll it's where we stop for right now. I'm going to take one last look. Hunter Pence, series MVP, 12 for 30, 1 home run, 2 RBI, and we're trying to get to. So we've been through 30 matchups. We have 24 to go. We're making pretty good time. But that still means, if I remember correctly, so just to get through the first round, we have 24 more matchups. And then that takes us to round 2. And then we're in a 64-team tournament. And so there's a quick way to figure that one. 60, however many games that is, how many hour series that is. That's what we have left. So still a lot to go before we figure out who the number 1 World Series team of all time is. According to Out of the Park 24, their simulation engine is running this thing. I'm not influencing it at all, other than the setups of putting it in the particular era and whether or not we're using a designated hitter. So that's what we've got going on today. I thank you for joining me, and we'll see y'all next time. Or not.